Welcome back to the Without the Bank podcast. Thank you very much for being here. Today, we are going to talk about another chapter in Nelson's book called The Cost of Acquisition. And this is actually going to be a pretty fast podcast. I don't want to break this into two chapters because the next chapter is going to be a little bit long. So this might be short and sweet. However, before I get started, if you guys are liking the podcast, if you like the concept, please share this with your friends. As we record this in 2022, we are all seeing that the market is crashing. We are all feeling that in our 401ks and IRAs and looking for something different. You guys, this is exactly what happened to me in 2008. When the market crashed, I was livid. I had not contributed to anything regardless. And so when I did start and I had a little bit there, guess what? I had lost 50% of it. And the only advice they could give me was hold in there, Mary Jo, it'll come back. Hold in there. Like, that's truly the definition of gambling. So when you gamble, right? You put 20 bucks in the machine, or you're at the blackjack table or craps table with 20 bucks and you're up and then you lose. So you go, oh man, if I would have cashed out, I would have had XYZ money, right? But now you are cashing out. If you cash out and the market dropped, then you've lost the opportunity to have more money. So hold on, hang in there. So what do we do when we gamble? We do the same thing. Oh my gosh, we're down. We got to keep playing until we get back up to where we were. And then we're going to cash out. Like that thought process is so crazy to me because we are literally gambling with our retirement. Think about that. It's silly. And so the next chapter, I'm going to wait. Okay. But this podcast, we are going to talk about the cost of acquisition. And this chapter is really good because Nelson talks about our time and what our time is worth. And we as people do not get taught this. And he starts the chapter with the fact that the time it took somebody, so there was an ad in the paper about hammers, and that it was the cost of a hammer was $17. But the 7 people that bought that hammer, the cost of their time was $100 to come buy that hammer. So every single time that you go to Walmart and buy something, you spend time at Target, you're spending time on TikTok, you're spending time on Facebook. All that time is worth money, and we are not looking at that. So let's use an example of what Nelson is talking about in this chapter. And he is talking about interest rates. And so many of us look at the fact that, oh, I can go to the bank and I can get a 3% loan rate or 4. And right now they're what, 5.5%, 6? I can get a 5.5%, 6% loan rate. In the policy, when we're borrowing against the policy, it's going to be anywhere from 4.25% to maybe 5, 6, 7, 8%, depending on the company that you're with. Now, my companies right now are 4.25. So now today, 4.25 is a much better rate than, 5 or 6% at the bank. But let's rewind 4 or 5 months. 4.25 was astronomical. Oh my gosh, Mary Jo, I can go get a loan at 3%. Why would I borrow from my policy at 4.25? Well, the reason that you would borrow from your policy at 4.25 is because 3.5 is not your end rate. You have fees in there for them to process the loan. You have time that you had to fill out application, time that you had to wait. You had to get an appraisal if you bought a home. All of that comes at a cost. We need to add that in. You have closing costs on a home. That all gets added in. At the end of the day, when you get done with fees and closing costs, what did that actually cost you? The length of that loan to bring that loan up to higher than 3% or 3.25 or whatever it is that it was. You have to add that in, but we don't think like that. We think, oh, it's just this is the cost of the rate. That's the cost of the rate, but that's not the cost of your time. And you need to figure in your time. This is the same thing when we bought our property. I was so super irritated, and I swore I was never going to use a bank again unless I absolutely needed to. And they better make it easy on me. Because when we bought our last property, we had to do 11 months of bank statements. And it was one stupid question after one stupid question after one stupid question, because these people that work at the bank do not know what to do with self-employed individuals. They have if you are a business owner, it's going to be absolute hell to go through that loan process. My time did not end up making that a 3.75% loan. No way. Absolutely not. I could have had I had all the money I needed in my policies, I could have went to my policies and borrowed that and had that in 48 hours, 72 hours, and had no questions asked. None, zero, zilch. And so when we talk about using the infinite banking concept and we talk about using life insurance, so many people want to say, well, what's the rate of return? Or not, I'm sorry, what's the rate on that loan? Who cares what the rate on that loan is? I don't care if it was an 8% loan rate and I could go to the bank at 3%. I may be better off to go to the policy at 8% and borrow against the policy. Because now I had the money without question. I can pay it back whenever I want. I maybe got to buy that property quicker, or I got to buy that vehicle. I got to take advantage of whatever it was that I was purchasing. We purchased a rental home in October, and I did not go to the bank to borrow money for that. We got to close in 2 weeks and no appraisal necessary. I didn't have to have closing costs to everything. It was a super smooth transaction. It did not cost me more in an interest rate because there weren't all these added fees. Now, I was annoyed that I even had to pay the title company $75 to sign in their room, or $250, whatever. It was astronomical. I'm like, why am I paying that? Well, because they're providing a room for us to sign documents in. Well, can I do it via Zoom so I don't have to pay for their room? No. Why am I paying for somebody's room? I don't need their room. Technology exists. I don't need that. But guess what I did not notice in the property we bought in 2020? That I had to pay $250 to use this room. I didn't see that because it was all wrapped up in all the loan stuff. But when you start to pay cash, it's very different because you start to notice what all these extra costs are. Huge difference. So there is a cost of acquisition is what Nelson is talking about in this chapter. It is your time. It is the fees. It is charges. It is all these other things. Make sure that you are thinking about that stuff. What is your time worth? Your time has value. We right now are fighting with a company that is trying to go through our land to do a pipeline. They want to meet with me during business hours. You're getting paid. I am not. I'll meet with you, but I'm going to present you a bill because I don't want you here. I don't even want to have this conversation. Yet you're trying to swindle me into something and I don't want any part of it. So now I'm supposed to give up time that I could be meeting with clients and helping people and for you for free? Yet this company is paying you to meet with me. These people don't think about the time value. Who thinks about that is business owners that are successful and understand wasted time costs money. And wasted time to go get a lower interest rate is going to cost money. It's not all about the rate at which you can borrow money. It is about how quickly you can get things done. And for us, our rental property, right? We were able to purchase it in 2 weeks, and I had to wait. I wanted it in a week, but the owners made me wait a week. So we had to wait 2 weeks, but in 30 days, I had that thing rented. and we had income coming in. I did not have to wait 3 months to close because I had a silly loan to fulfill. That is absolutely crazy. I wanted it done now. And we were able to get a better price on that because we didn't want any of this stuff. It was done in 2 weeks, fast, easy, fantastic. Think about the cost of acquisition. What is that time costing you? If you are a business owner, your time is valuable. If you are wasting it, what is that costing you? And I waste my fair share amount of time. I'm not perfect. All right, guys. If you have questions on that, if you have comments, if you have not gotten Become Your Own Banker, and I am going through this book chapter by chapter, go get it. Go to withoutthebank.com and grab it. Then grab Life Without the Bank as well. You can get them as a bundle, but you want both of those books. If you want to understand this concept, read both of those books. I have Life Without the Bank on audio. If you're going to get audio, also get the hardcover book. Okay, that's all I have for today. Let me know if there is comments, questions, if there's a topic that you want me to address. Absolutely happy to address it. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you so much.